From finely crafted pistols to last-ditch prototypes, this is the full story of Germany's World War II arsenal. Every weapon they fielded revealed in one video, starting off with pistols, handguns. Luger P08, a classic profile, highly prized by Allied soldiers as a war trophy. It was renowned for its craftsmanship but was complex and costly to manufacture. Walther P38, designed to replace the costly Luger. It was simpler, cheaper and more robust, becoming the standard German military sidearm throughout the war. Walther PP and PPK. These pistols served mainly as sidearms for high-ranking officers, military police and the Luftwaffe. The PPK variant is famously associated with covert operations. Mauser C96, known for its distinctive wooden holster stock, often called the broom handle. While an older design, it still saw service, especially with support units. Mauser HSC, a compact, reliable, double-action pistol. Its sleek design and concealed hammer made it popular for police and naval use. The next one, WWII-38H, featuring a unique decocking lever. This was a streamlined high-quality pistol popular among Luftwaffe and Wehrmacht staff officers. Dreiss M 1907, an aging pistol used primarily by rear echelon troops and police forces during the war, reflecting Germany's severe need for any available sidearm. Continuing with submachine guns, Maschinenpistole. MP38, the first major German submachine gun of the war. Its distinctive ribbed receiver simplified construction, though it was still a complex weapon. MP40, an evolution of the MP38. This model optimized production through greater use of stamped steel parts. It became synonymous with the Blitzkrieg soldier. MP18, an old veteran. This was the world's first true submachine gun. It was used heavily in World War I, but still issued to some garrison units in the 1940s. MP28, a refinement of the MP18. This model featured a 30-round box magazine and was a common weapon in the early years of the conflict. Then MP34, primarily an Austrian design adopted by the SS. It was beautifully machined but extremely costly to produce, leading to its eventual phase out. MP35, another early war design, often confused with the MP34. This used a unique bolt-action style loading handle on its right side. Next, EMP44, a late war, desperate attempt at simplification. This was a crudely stamped weapon, using the minimal amount of high-quality components. The next one, MP3008, Germany's final desperate submachine gun. A direct cheap copy of the British Sten gun, built rapidly during the final months of the war. Next on the list is rifles and carbines. Kar98K, the standard issue German rifle for the entire war. A reliable, high-quality bolt-action workhorse that served on every front. 98 rifle, the predecessor to the Kar98K. It was longer, but still saw widespread service, especially with reserves and rear line units needing armaments. Rifle 3340T, a shorter, lighter rifle adapted from Czech designs. It was the preferred weapon of mountain troops, or Gebirgsjäger, due to its size. Then, 41 rifle M&W, Germany's first attempts at a semi-automatic infantry rifle. Both the Mauser M and Walther W versions were notoriously complex and unreliable in combat. 43 rifle, a much more successful semi-automatic design. It utilized reliable gas components similar to the Soviet SVT rifle, making it robust and effective. Assault Rifle 44, arguably the first true assault rifle. It introduced the intermediate cartridge providing manageable automatic fire at medium ranges. Fallschirmjägergewehr 42, a revolutionary, highly versatile weapon designed specifically for paratroopers. It could operate as a rifle, a light machine gun, or a submachine gun. Sturmgewehr 45, a late war prototype designed to use less material and effort than the St. G44. Its delayed blowback system influenced post-war weapon development greatly. People's Assault Rifle 15, part of the desperate final war effort. These were extremely simplified, crudely built semi-automatic rifles issued to the Home Guard or Volkssturm. Next up, machine guns. MG34, a masterpiece of machining and engineering. This highly complex weapon served as both a light and heavy machine gun early in the war. MG42, nicknamed Hitler's buzzsaw. Designed for mass production, This gun achieved a terrifying rate of fire, dominating infantry firefights across all fronts. MG08, a venerable water-cooled heavy machine gun dating back to World War I, it still served in static defensive positions and fortress emplacements. MG13, a conversion of the obsolete World War I era Dry's light machine gun. It was used primarily for training or by secondary garrison units. MG15, originally designed as an aircraft gun for bombers. This model was often repurposed for ground use, particularly by the Luftwaffe's ground forces. Next, MG81, an extremely high rate of fire machine gun designed specifically for aircraft turrets. It saw limited conversion to ground use late in the conflict. MG45, a fascinating, highly simplified prototype. It aimed to be the successor to the MG42, using less raw material and boasting an astonishing cyclic rate of fire. MG0815, the lightweight version of the MG08. Like its predecessor, this heavy water-cooled gun was relegated to static defense roles throughout the war. Now let's look at grenades and explosives. Stick Grenade 24, the iconic stick grenade, or potato masher. Its handle allowed soldiers to throw it farther and ensured it rolled less upon landing. The next one, Stick Grenade 43, a simplified late-war version of the stick grenade. It omitted the belt clip and some safety features to speed up manufacturing during shortages. Egg Grenade 39, nicknamed the Egg Grenade. This small, compact grenade was easier to carry in large quantities than the heavier stick variants. Bundled charge, meaning concentrated charge. This was a bundle of 6 stick grenade heads wired around a single activated handle, used primarily for bunker busting. Then S-mine, famously nicknamed the Bouncing Betty by Allied troops. When triggered, it launched into the air before detonating at waist height, spraying lethal shrapnel. Plate mine, Germany's standard anti-tank mine series. The names reflect the model year, each iteration providing better resistance to handling and detection. Bar Mine 43, known as the Regal Mine or Shoebox Mine. This long rectangular anti-tank mine was highly efficient and effective against tank tracks. Then Goliath, a remote-controlled demolition vehicle. This small motorized bomb was driven into enemy positions, then detonated for massive anti-fortification effect. Blinding device, 1H2H, smoke and blinding grenades. They were used effectively to obscure infantry movements or temporarily disorient tank crews during an assault. Then, Anti-Personnel Mine 42, a simple, mass-produced anti-personnel mine made mostly of wood, making it extremely difficult for Allied sappers to detect with standard metal detectors. Anti-Personnel Mine 43, an anti-personnel mine designed with a concrete or glass casing. This further complicated the mine-clearing process for invading forces. Concrete Mine 43, essentially a concrete-cased mine. This low-metal content design was yet another effort to defeat standard metal detection equipment in the later stages of the war. Then, Fragmentation Ring, a simple metal accessory that could be fitted to stick grenades. It significantly increased the shrapnel and fragmentation effect upon detonation. Molotov Cocktail, a simple incendiary bottle or Molotov cocktail, used by Volkssturm and desperate soldiers against armoured vehicles when specialised anti-tank weapons were unavailable. Finishing off with knives and bayonets. Bayonet 98K, the standard issue bayonet for the Kar 98K rifle. Every German infantryman was trained in its use and carried one as essential gear. Next, Bayonet 42, a late-war, multi-purpose bayonet knife. It was designed to function both as a combat knife and a handy wire cutter, increasing its utility. Combat knife. 42. A specialized double-edged fighting knife introduced late in the war for close-quarters combat needs. It was issued primarily to specialized troops. Aviator's folding knife, the gravity knife carried by Fallschirmjäger or paratroopers. It was used primarily for cutting parachute lines if tangled or for general utility. SG-84, a simplified emergency bayonet produced during the war. It minimized material usage while maintaining essential close-quarters fighting capability for the troops.